All right. Thank you all for joining me here today. If you can hear me, go ahead and type yes in the chat box down below. That lets me know that you guys can indeed hear me. Thank you. Thank you so much. With this chat box here, if you have any questions throughout today's training, please feel free to utilize this. Ask any questions that you have. I'll do my best to answer them throughout our class here. And if I don't get to all the questions here today, just know that you can reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. And we'll be sure to help answer any additional questions that you may have that may not get answered in class here today. So I just put that email in the chat box down below for you. Please feel free to copy it, save it, reach out when you need us. We are always happy to help you out. So today's class is going to be all about our Command mobile app overview. So I'm sure if you guys don't know by now, we have two KW mobile apps that we typically use. One's going to be for the client's side, which is going to be that white KW app. This is for your clients to be able to sign into favorite properties, things like that. We're actually going to be discussing the other mobile app here today, your Command mobile app, and this is going to be more for the agent's side. Here you're going to be able to sign in using your same KW username and password. You're going to be able to manage some features that you would normally on your desktop. Now, one thing, a full disclosure here is think of the Command mobile app as an additive. And what I mean by that is you may not find all of the robust features that are on the Command platform itself, simply because mobile apps have their limitations when it comes to being able to add robust programs. So certain things that you may not find within our Command mobile app today is going to be like your designs, your website creation, things like that. We may not see that within our Command mobile app just because, again, they take those heavier programs on the back end. Now, with that being said, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to bounce back and forth between our Command and our KW mobile app. I want to get the the feeling and the vision of the similarities and how to kind of navigate both, so you can kind of see where everything is within the mobile app. Now, what we have here is we are on the agent.kw.com website, and we're going to sign in using our KW username and password here. Now, if you don't know what your KW username and password is, again, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll be sure to help square that away for you. Now, as we are signing in here, our KW mobile app is going to take the same login here, okay? So our KW Command mobile app is going to take that same KW username as well as password for us to log into. So how we find these mobile apps is I have two additional tabs up here. I have one for Android, and I also have one for Apple right here too. So this is typically what your mobile app is going to look like. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to copy these links and paste them down below in the chat box for you. So again, you can please feel free to check your mobile phone, your App Store, or your Google Play Store. They should be housed in there as well, but those are the direct links here for you. Now, signing in here with our KW username and password, we're just going to go ahead and take a look at all the different kind of features that they have to offer. So as we see over here on the left-hand side, we have all of our different pages. And if we click on the red KW square right here, it'll kind of give us those titles so we can read everything in one swoop here. What we're going to see is we're going to see some similarities within our KW mobile app. We're going to see a contact section. We're also going to see a task section. We're going to be able to kind of utilize these features within our KW command. And I also believe there's a smart plan section as well, but we'll get to that when we actually jump into our mobile app here. Can't see any of that. Let me see if I can zoom this up a little bit more for you. There you go. Let's see if this is a little bit better here. Now, as we are looking through here, I'm going to transfer back to our KW Command mobile app or from our cell phone right here. And as we take a look here, go ahead and move this over. As we take a look here, this is typically what that mobile app is going to look like. So again, when we download it and we find it inside of our app store or our Play Store, this is what it's going to say. It's going to say KW Command. It's going to be red with a white logo here. Now, you may have another app as well. Again, it's going to have the reverse colors. It's going to have a white background with a red KW logo. And again, that's going to be for your client. Your client's going to be able to create their very own sign-in with their app. Okay, so we won't actually use our command login for the white app. Only this one right here. So I'm going to click on command here. And it should open me up to ask for KW username and password here. So I'm going to type in that same KW username and password that we have on our KW Command platform. And when I hit sign in here, it should sign me into the mobile app. And within this mobile app, you should see again, kind of like the mobile app's version of the dashboard. So again, if we take a look at this side by side here, you should see a similar sort of information. So right here, you have your goals, you have your notepad, you have your tasks, your recent leads, as well as some additional information like your database health, as well as some product updates. Now, on the mobile app side right here, here you're going to have your contact tasks up top here, who to contact. So depending on who is in your pipeline that you're looking to reach out to, anybody that you set up on smart plans that you need to touch base with, who to contact is going to be right here. So these are going to be your recent leads, any leads that came through on any kind of social media ads. You'll see those right here. You also have that recently active as well. As we scroll down, you also see open opportunities. So we don't quite have this on the KW Command side right here, but again, this is really meant to be an additive for you on the go to kind of quickly access all of the different important features that you may need. So you have your open opportunities, and it'll tell you how many opportunities are in your cultivate, appointment, active, and under contract. Now, while we're looking at this really quickly here, your opportunities on your KW Command platform, if I were to click on the opportunities page side of KW Command here, you'll see that you have a listing and a buyer's timeline right here. But on the opportunities tab inside of your mobile app, you only have one section here. And this is really to combine both of these listing and buyer sections right here. So as you see right here, when I clicked on Scott Leroy, you'll see on Cultivate, I have 5 listings in Cultivate right here, and I have 3 buyers in Cultivate right here. 5 plus 3 equals 8, and you'll see right here we have 8 opportunities to cultivate. So same will happen throughout your timeline right here. They'll just combine all of the information and then place it right here inside of your mobile app for easy viewing. Next below here you have things to know, and within things to know, you have like some additional information so you can keep on top of your database here. So you have any kind of birthdays that are going to be coming up in the next 30 days. You also have your profit share right here. And then if we scroll over here, you have your anniversaries. So again, any contacts who have any home anniversaries that are coming up, you may be able to see those reflect right here. Now, as we are taking a look at all of these features within the mobile app here, so we are going to be able to click on or tap on these features as well to easily be able to access these locations here. So just know that if I were to, for example, click on due today, it'll show me the tasks that are due today here. We'll hit, would you like to add this call to Tom Jones's timeline? So I'm going to hit no right here. And you should see your contacts to-do list. You also have your opportunities right here. So if we give this a click, it'll ask if I want to add any opportunities to this account. And I'm going to hit, I'm going to back out here. Oh, I'm actually going to hit OK, and then I'm going to back out here. One thing that might be a little bit hard to see is down below at the bottom here. This is going to be how we kind of get back to our specific pages inside of our mobile app. So again, I'm going to enhance this just a little bit. And on the bottom here, we have our home, we have contacts, we have tasks, we have our notification bell, and then we have some additional options right here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to travel back over to the home page. And before we actually explore some of these additional pages right here, I kind of want to show you some other features within the home page that shouldn't be missed. So I'm going to give this a click here. I'm going to click on that home page. I'm going to get back over here. And if you're ever wondering how to sign out of the mobile app, generally, we're conditioned in specific applications to find the sandwich at the bottom, and there should be a sign out button. Within the KW mobile app, however, it's actually going to be on the top left-hand corner, and we're actually going to click on our name, and this should bring up an additional menu for you to be able to choose some other options here. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a click here. And as you see, it shows my personal account, it shows the team's personal account, it shows the profile right here as well as a log out button right here. So again, this is how we'd be able to log out as well as sign back in. So I'm going to stick it on the personal profile for right now. As you see right here, we were clicking on the tasks, which brought us to the tasks button right down at the bottom here. Next, when we go ahead and click on the contact, again, we have two additional options right here. So if I go ahead and click on the leads never contacted right here, it also shows you this, this blue L circle button that, again, is very similar to what you'd see on your KW command contacts page. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a click right here. And as you see right here, it automatically brings me over to the individuals who were marked as leads right here. So again, now I have the ability to do one of three things, depending on the amount of information that has been collected on these leads. I can give them a phone call, I can send them a text message, or I can send them an email. It looks like both of these leads right here were collected with an email address, but it looks like we're kind of missing the phone number, which does not allow or grays out the calling ability as well as the texting ability. So as we're taking a look at this right here, and when we clicked on those leads, it also brought us over to down here below. It brought us over to our contacts tab right here. So again, here we have the ability to filter between, again, our tasks and our contacts right here. One cool thing about our contacts, as we're jumping into this next page here, we saw the ability to view our leads, but we also have the ability to reach out to our database. We have the ability to apply specific features to our contacts, all within this specific tab right here. So first and foremost, looking at the very top here, we have a top menu section. So we have all, we have contacts, we have leads, recently active, and smart views right here. So the smart view that I'm currently on is on the leads smart view. But let's go ahead and actually move our way back to all. And we're going to click on all right here and view our entire database. So we click on all right here. It'll start to show you all of the contacts that are within the database here. And I can just keep scrolling, or I can search for a specific individual right up top here at the search bar. So here I'm able to just type in an individual that I'm looking to reach out to. And then what's cool is, again, depending on the amount of information that you have, it should allow you to do those one of three things. So this contact right here has a phone number, and we're able to call or text this individual or send an email. With this one down below right here, just like we mentioned previously, it looks like there's no phone number attached, so it kind of leaves us a little limited in our options here. So I'm going to go ahead and just type in, search for an individual contact here. Let's see, I don't have a Michael. Let's see here. We're going to use Elizabeth as an example right here. And as we take a look, we can press on the email button and give that a press here. And it should pull up all of the options that you have on your mobile device to send an email out. Now, as you see right here, I primarily use Gmail, so Gmail is going to be my #1 option right here. And as we are seeing this, this is going to reflect the same when we're initiating our calls and our texting as well. So as you see right here, Pamela, I do see your, there you go. Check 1, 2. Can you guys hear me now? Check. As we are moving onward over here, thank you very much. Thank you for the comments. I'll do my best to adjust the volume accordingly here for you. As we're taking a look right here, and it gives us this pop-up option for sending emails out. It'll do the same for our phone calls and our texting as well. So again, if you have a specific phone call app or a texting app right here, it should also give you the options to choose right here as well. So I'm not going to add anything to this timeline at all. So I'm just going to hit no right here. And then as we take a look, we're going to take a look at Scott's contact right here. You'll see that Scott has a phone call and a text message. If I were to hit the text message button right here, again, it'll bring up the options for us to be able to text or call based off of what kind of mobile apps that we have on our phone. Calling, if I hit call right here, it'll do the same right here. So as you see, I have my address book, my Google Voice, and my regular phone calling right here. So it'll give you the options to call out of your mobile device right here. And what's cool about this is we're able to click on our contacts, and we're actually able to jump into that contact card, view, edit, as well as add some additional options right here. So this is one of my favorite menu tabs up here. So you have your details, timelines, opportunities, smart plans. Again, this is going to reflect very similar. We're going to travel back over here. This is going to reflect very similar to our contact section. And as we are taking a look at our contacts, let me bring up Scott again. There we go. You'll see your mobile app when we jump into the contacts profile. All of the timeline options are going to appear up top here for us. Our details, our timeline, our opportunities, our smart plans, and our notes. These are going to reflect these up top here. Now, our left-hand side, where we actually fill in all of the information about our contact, that's really going to appear down below all of our menu options right here. So This is how we kind of read or organize these views a little bit differently. So the biggest thing to keep in mind is, our computers are more of a rectangle in a landscape mode, and our mobile devices are more of a rectangle in a portrait mode. So this is why you'll see things that won't look exactly like the KW platform. They do have to kind of reconfigure things to fit the mobile app a little bit easier. But as we see here, let's jump into some of these options up top here. So I'm actually going to jump into opportunities, for example. I'm going to give this a click right here, and we're able to see the opportunities that this contact belongs to. So not only that, but we're actually able to kind of jump and click into these opportunities themselves. So if I were interested in jumping into Scott Leroy listing right here, we'll give this a click, and you should see this whole listing information right here. So again, keep in mind that this is a mobile app, right? So so certain features may be a little limited. It may not give us an option to jump into DocuSign and submit our documents to our market centers. However, we are able to kind of edit, add, and adjust certain opportunities right here. So kind of cool. As I back out over here, you do have some additional buttons within these opportunities. You have 3 dots right next to these. And if we just go ahead and give these a click right here, you'll see that those options that I was talking about previously of being able to kind of edit and adjust / archive. If I click edit right here, here's all of that information that we're able to kind of adjust here. Now, aside from looking at listings that we've already created within KW Command, if we click on this plus button right down here at the bottom, it gives us the opportunity to create a brand new opportunity. Now, keep in mind this plus button will change depending on where we are at in this timeline right here. So, for example, if I were to travel over to the Smart Plan section right here, doesn't look like we have any Smart Plans yet. I'm going to go ahead and click on this plus button. And as you see, it shows all of the smart plans that I can add this individual to. Notes are going to work the same way. We're going to hit this notes button right here. And again, that plus button. And it allows us to create notes here. So as we are looking through here again, you do also have tasks, and again, tasks are going to be great for on the go, for you to be able to kind of reach out, make phone calls, schedule meetings, things like that. We can go ahead and click on the tasks section right here. We can view any tasks that are due for this contact, because again, we are inside of Scott Leroy right here still. As well as add any additional tasks on the go. So again, if you run into Scott and you need to make a note or schedule a task to reach out to him at a previous date, we can do that right here from our mobile device. We don't have to bring out our laptop or run back home and take out our sticky notes. So and then again, last but not least, as we are traveling through all these different menu options right here, our smart plans, our opportunities, our timeline right here, our details, every single option that we have, our call, text, and email is going to be down here below. So again, we can filter through, we can take a look at this individual, everything that's going on with this contact. And while we're doing that, at any point in time, we can call, text, or email this individual. Now, I'm going to back out of Scott here, so I'm going to click on this back button. And I am going to click on our leads right here. So again, going back over here, doesn't look like we have any contacts marked as a lead. If I were to go back to, say, Scott, I would click on Scott as a contact. I can mark Scott as a lead right here. I'll click back. And then I'll go over to my leads one more time. I may need to refresh. Oh, looks like it already pulled up. So this is, again, how we're able to kind of organize our database as well. Recently active. So we'll go ahead and give this a click right here. And we'll see the individuals that were the most, that we have engaged with most recently. And then last but not least, those smart views. These are specific filters based off of your certain search criteria. So if we were to click on, say, filters right here, we can go ahead and filter based off of a certain set of information. So we can sort based off of name, updated. We'll see if we can enhance this a little bit more. Name, updated, created, contacted, and recently active. So we can actually organize based off of these different sections right here. I'm going to hit X on this filter right here. And one thing that I forgot to do is I forgot to remove Scott's name from this this filter here. So I'm actually going to X out of that. It'll show a couple, the smart views right here. So leads never contacted. That's the smart view that we're currently on right here. So if I give this a click, we can actually sort based off of all the different search criteria that we have specifically set up, or that KW has specifically set up. So I'm going to switch it back to all contacts right here. And it should bring us back to our smart view of all contacts. So again, it's going to reflect very similar to our all contacts on the left-hand side right here. All right, let's go ahead and move on over to the tasks section right here. So I know we jumped into this just briefly at the beginning here with our due date, today, and due section, our past due section, and we're actually going to jump in based off of our bottom button down here next to the notification bell and our contacts button right here. So let's go ahead and give this a click. And when we click on this right here, we have two different categories for our tasks. Up at the top, we have our opportunity tasks and our contact tasks right here. So as you see, it jumped us into our opportunity tasks, and it doesn't look like we have anything set up just yet. However, if we go over here and click on our contacts right here, we may see some additional information presented. Now, as you see, our tasks are filtered based off of today and to do. But if we were to kind of filter based off of, say, past due, what may be due in the future, we can kind of see other tasks a little bit more. So if I were to click on today right here, you'll see that we have past due, due in the next 7 days, due even later than that, or all time. So these are all of our due dates. I'm going to click all time right here. And, ooh, it doesn't look like we have any tasks at all. But as you see right here, we do have tasks to do. Let's go ahead and see if we can do, let's say, completed tasks. And as you see right here, we have a number of completed tasks that we have available to view. So it doesn't look like we have any future tasks that are needing to be completed just yet. It does look like we have some past tasks that are have already been completed though. So we can go ahead and view these if we'd like. We can go ahead and give it a click and view that additional information. Who's this task associated to via your contact database? What's the due date? When was it completed? And any other additional tags that you may have associated with this task. So pretty cool. So as you see right here, this would be how you kind of view and separate your opportunity as well as your contact tasks right here. Again, we do see that plus button down at the bottom right here. So instead of adding tasks specifically to certain individuals in your database, we can add just like general tasks for us to be able to complete, or based off of our opportunities right here. So if I would click on this plus button right here, it'll say task name. It'll say our task name right here, our description, when is it going to be due? Is it due all day or is it a specific time of day? Any other hyperlinks, any links that you want to attach to this task to either help you remember where you're going, whether it be a Google Maps link, whether it be a Zoom live webinar, anything to kind of help you know or help you complete this task that you're setting up right here. Contacts associated. We just covered that with just a few seconds ago, but again, this would be, do you want to apply this task to a specific individual in your database? Right here we have mark as a call task. So this would again initiate us to know that this task is reminding us to be able to call somebody about a certain piece of information or something in general. So we have all of those options right here for you. I know it's a little small, so we're gonna go ahead and hit either the save button or the X button right here. I'm gonna hit the X button, and as we see, well, you know what? Let's actually go ahead and create a sample task right here. So Friday, today is Friday, so I'm gonna write Friday Friday camping, and we have a description right here. So this task is just going to remind me later today we have to get ready to go camping or show an open house or really anything that you're looking for. So let me actually I'm going to change this back to open house right here. So open house Saturday. There you go. Reflect a little bit more in the business atmosphere here. So our description is going to be get ready for weekend open house. And then the do task is I'm actually going to uncheck all day, and I'm actually going to set a specific time because I want to make sure that this task is done before the open house has started here. So I unchecked all day, and I'm actually going to select a specific time right here. So if my open house is going to be at noon on Saturday, so I'm going to select the specific day right here. So if it's going to be noon on Saturday, I want it to be completed, or at least let me know a couple hours in advance. So probably about 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to set this reminder for. So our due date's set for 11 o'clock. That's fine. And then a hyperlink right here. If I wanted to add a, just like I said, a Google Maps link to know exactly where I'm going to set up this open house, I have this this link here that all I will have to do is give it a click, and it'll open up that Google Maps for me. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is not a call task. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and hit save up at the top here. We're actually going to travel all the way up to that save button on the top right hand corner here. And once we save this, it should show up right here within our tasks. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh this page. So I'm going to jump out and jump back into it. And we should, there we go. We should be able to see this this task reflected. So this is not a completed task, so we won't see this in our current timeline, but it may be a to-do task that is coming up soon. So we're going to have to change this first from completed over to task to do right here. So we're going to change this back. And as you see right here, we have that option to view that open house Saturday, which is due tomorrow. We can actually give it a click right here. We can jump into that task that we initially set up for ourselves. And we can do one of three things, right? We can mark it as complete. We can reschedule, or we can archive it, which is going to be that that delete button for you. Now, if there was a hyperlink, if I did place a hyperlink inside of here, it would be stationed right down below your due date right here. It would be above that complete and reschedule. However, I just did not have a link on hand to plug in there. So, so we unfortunately do not see that. But again, by all means, please, please, please utilize your hyperlinks. It makes things so much easier. Now that we have this task, again, if I jump into the task, I can go ahead and complete, reschedule, or archive. But if I back out for a second and just view this open house Saturday, you'll see that there's a bubble right here. If I go ahead and give that bubble a click, it'll say mark task as complete. So here it gives me the option to kind of run through my list of 4, 5, 6, 7 different tasks and be able to mark them as kind of complete without having to jump into them one at a time. So if we set up certain tasks for ourselves and we forgot to clear these out, this would be a great way to kind of just mark that task as complete. And then it should move back over to your tasks that are completed here. So as you see right here, that open house Saturday, oops, that open house Saturday is moved back into your complete section. All right, a couple other things to note on our mobile app here is our notification bell. So again, if we take a look at our notification bell down below here, this should very much reflect your notification bell within your KW command profile here. So your KW command platform, you should also have that notification bell. So again, they're both going to reflect that same place. Now on the home page, very quickly, when we move back to the home page of the KW command mobile app, you'll also see, oh, nope, it's just down here. So you also see the notification bell is going to be down here for you. And when we give it a click, it'll let you know the same sort of notifications that we will see within our mobile app here. So again, we have our unread as well as our read notifications. So we're actually going to be able to kind of see our past notifications as well as our currently unread notifications. So we're able to see both of these right here, as well as have a timeline of when these notifications took place. So right here you see June 30th, June 14th, May 31st, May 24th. So here you're going to be able to put a date with when these notifications came through. When we go ahead and click on the red side on the top right here, click on the red side. Again, it says 0 of red notifications. If I click on all notifications right here, you'll see I have a organization method of command, email, contacts, opportunities, consumer, and text and calls. So this will give me a detailed kind of organizational method when it comes to your notifications here. You can also delete all on the top right hand corner here. So if you want to clear your read notifications out, or even your unread right here, we can go ahead and use that delete all button on the top right hand corner here. That would essentially be the same as clicking your mobile app right here and clicking dismiss all right here. Now, again, notifications, we can't really add notifications. This is usually when an action has happened inside of KW command. So again, we're just kind of limited to being able to read or jump into these specific notifications right here. So for example, you see agent site notification, somebody new site registration was received. So I can go ahead and give this a click and it'll pop me into that contact right here. If I click on Twilio credit rollover, if I give this a click right here, doesn't look like anything quite happened. So it really kind of depends on what kind of notification it's giving you, if you're going to be able to jump into it. But again, some notifications are just information. Some you'll actually be able to kind of click and jump into a specific location. Now, one thing that I kind of forgot to mention over here within the task sections, I kind of forgot to show you a side-by-side. Just really quickly jumping back over here, here's the tasks within your KW command, and you can really essentially do the same sort of section right here. So you have your tasks to do, your completed, your archived, and expired. That again, it's going to be that same view inside of your mobile app right here. So when it says show, this is where that menu option is going to be. So here we have our tasks to do, completed, archived, and expired. So that's going to show you the same section as our KW command right here. As you see right here is right here. You also have your past due today, due tomorrow, due next week, and due later. You'll see those same color schemes inside of your home page of your mobile app right here. So again, they try to do a good job of kind of mimicking the two platforms together. So so it's a little bit easier to kind of navigate. And then one last thing within these tasks right here, you'll also have your opportunity task, your contact tasks. That'll show you the same up top here in your mobile app. And then your date completed right here. We have that due date. So let's see. We can filter based off of, where are you? I'm going to zoom this out just a little bit here. Right here, you have your due date status right here. So you can actually see when things are due. But you can also click on your color buttons as well. Let me zoom this back in here. And then last but not least, when we go back to this this mobile app here, we're going to click on the sandwich at the very bottom here. It's going to look something similar to this right here. And when we give this a click here, you should see a couple other options. And one of these options are actually pretty exciting. Notice again how not every single feature inside of KW Command is inside of our mobile app here. Again, there's only so much that we can put inside of a mobile application. But if we take a look inside of this that sandwich here, the first thing that pops up here is it looks like our opportunities are going to be integrated inside of this KW Command app pretty soon here. So that's something really exciting to be looking forward to. So again, just come back here and check it out periodically. I don't think there's a way to click on this just yet, but we may see sooner rather than later a additional option down below here for your opportunities. Last but not least, you do have your share your KW app link right down here, as well as your command training. And your command training, again, if we give this a click here, it should open us up to any other additional bits of information if we're looking to learn more about the KW Command mobile app. So again, if you have any questions that I didn't quite cover, it's going to be right here inside of your KW mobile app. Again, you can always feel free to reach out to us, but you do have this integrated inside of that mobile app as well for you. So please feel free to give this a look through in case you're wondering if there's any other features within the mobile app. Last but not least, I'm just going to again reorient ourselves with the home page here. Again, our open opportunities. This is that kind of view of that integration of what they're kind of working on when it comes to those opportunities right here. Again, your 8, your 1, your 6, your 3. Again, if I were to click on Scott Leroy Personal up here and move on down to the Dream Team, it should show me the team's information over here too. So you do have the ability to switch between a personal profile as well as a team profile up here by clicking on the top left-hand corner. And I think that's going to be about it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop this video, but if you guys have any questions at all, please stick around and throw them in the chat box down below. I should be able to help you out before we take off here today. For those of you watching this video at a later date, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here today. Again, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to support@scottleroymarketing.com. I'll go ahead and paste that in the chat box down below again for you, and we'd love to hear from you.